Hi, this is Jim Starkweather, the publisher of KitMaker Network, and welcome to another episode of Turning the Page. Today we have some various pages from Hobbyworld. I have to apologize, I've been a little bit late or behind in some of these videos, so I kind of want to do a cumulative video of some of the recent releases, recent issues anyways. This is issue 171, 172, and 173, which brings us, I believe, up to January of 2015. Let's take a look at the January since it's the newest. First, as you can see, these issues are in Spanish, by the Spanish here on the front anyways, and they are available in Europe. The price is about €7 on newsstand price anyways. I do have, I don't know if it's a bit of information or a bit of news, but I noticed that they stopped carrying in a previous issue. They had said that they basically were available via pocket mags, which here's the other issues. You can see what I'm talking about here, where, available pocket mags, available Apple Store, available Google Play. And I believe they've discontinued that. Now, probably it was due to cost considerations. I know with smaller publications, probably it's rather costly to do that. Maybe they're trying to get back on it, and we'll probably find out more about that after I post this video. Yeah, so I just wanted to make that a point, because it used to be that you could find these on some other publications, and I believe some of them were even potentially translated, but I might be wrong about that. So let's quickly take a look at this issue, though. They got 2 articles with the Meng pickup truck, and then they've got a Sukhoi 15 Flagon A, MiG-21 Epipicio, Object 279, Minardi Cosworth M189, and then I believe a scratch-built figure here, the Ami Elche 2014. Oh, that's a show? I don't know. We'll get to that. And then the notices. So the first one here, just to give you an example of the kind of content you can expect, this one is showing this version of the Meng pickup truck by Randy Chow. I have to admit, when I first looked at this, I was like, wow, this thing must have been on the coast or something with salt water, because that's some massive corrosion going on there. I suppose in certain scenarios it could definitely be affected by that kind of corrosion, being such a fairly new vehicle. But I do have to point out, for people who may not be aware, modern vehicles today have a lot better rust proofing and so forth than the ones from the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, or even the 80s in terms of Japanese cars, because the Japanese cars were not that good at rust proofing. But this one is obviously being attacked by saltwater corrosives or something. And then the next pickup here is by Oscar Alfonso Selva, and that one features includes the ZPU-1 gun that came with the kit. Although they both seem to have the gun on there, so I'm not sure why in the one they say with ZPU and the other one doesn't. I guess it's the title. He didn't title it that way. So yeah, 2 different versions of the same kit build, basically, and both came out looking very nice. Then they have the Sukhoi, the 15 flag, and I have to admit, this treatment of the fuselage is really, really impressive looking. This kind of gunmetal look to it. I was very impressed with this when I first saw it. So then we've got that. You can see that one goes on for a ways. Then we've got a Egyptian MiG-21 by Daniel Gomez Rivas. And we have this Object 279, which is by Ramon Segarra Guerrero. And that looks very nice as well. It's very interesting to see a full camouflage on that, obviously prototype tank that never really got out of the testing phase. But then we have the show photos from Il Concorso Ame 2014. So some different photos in here from that. And then the notices, obviously, in the back with some of the recent releases and so forth. So that's the most recent issue. The other issues, if you're interested, include a very large diorama. You can see this one has 30-odd pages, or 20-something pages dedicated to this Fallen Eagles diorama, which is a very interesting 1/35th scale diorama done by a group of modelers, Fernando Gonzalez, Sanchez, and Jesus, actually 2 modelers, Fernando Gonzalez Sanchez and Jesus Perez Holamo. Wait, H's are J's. No, that's not right. J's or H's. Oh, I don't know. No, they do H's. Anyways, so yeah, I'm not sure where the aircraft comes from. Maybe it's a 32nd scale aircraft that they're just kind of downscaling, upscaling. I don't know which way that would be. Oh, or if they got their hands on a 1/35th scale. There's some toy companies that make kits in 1/35th scale, so you can kind of substitute them sometimes in these kinds of scenarios. I'm not sure. But again, this article is very nice. It goes through all these different different vehicles and different components in the diorama, so up to page 30 or so on that. And then they go into some of the other articles, which include some figures like this one, El Arma Secreta, the secret weapons. Interesting. Little John, which is a mech warrior kind of unit. And then again, some, well, so this one's Dangerous Games, which includes a diorama with obviously a mine there in the water that someone's trying to navigate around. And then again, more photos from this show, different models of that show, and so forth and so on. And 171 featured primarily this M113 by Adam Wilder, so really great looking M113 here by Adam. And again, that one is a fairly long article going into some of the construction and paint work, and then some final finish photos as well intermixed. So, great publication. If you don't read Spanish, obviously they'd probably be at a disadvantage. But if you are able to kind of muddle through, or you just want it for the great photos, take a look for it. I'd like to thank the folks at Hobbyworld for sending us these issues, and we'll see you next time on Cracking the Page, yes, crack. No, Turning the Page, sorry. I only have the two things. I can't even keep them straight. I don't know. We'll see you next time.